So which troops are the best for the Alliance War? In this video I'm going to show you my rank list for the troops that is best for the Alliance War when two alliances fighting, and which legion actually you have to perform good Alliance War and basically do some kind of work in this Alliance War. So yeah, starting with the place number 5, this is yeah, these guys here, flying units. Now flying units are pretty nice for avoiding some kind of mountains, rivers and this kind of things, but in general they don't have a lot of damage. They don't have a lot of magic defense and so on, and there is basically no flying commander. Basically all the flying commanders here is actually Thea, which she perform absolutely nothing. She's just putting this shield on the units and that's it, and hero skill damage bonus, blah blah blah, all these stuffs, but she can't actually do any kind of damage. So basically the flying units should take care from themselves. Basically you count only the normal damage of these flying units. Also you have Craig, which is basically an epic hero, and he's more like engineering related stuffs. So yeah, it's not so good as a commander. And the other flying hero actually is Atius, which is basically leading magic units. So he can fly, but to actually perform and cast his spells, he needs to actually lead the magic units. So he also gives some bonuses to the flying units, but he can't actually apply his rage skill to these flying units. So in general, the best thing you can actually do with the flying units is just to hit with normal attacks. That's it. You don't have any type of skill you can actually do. Maybe with the crack, but it don't do big damage. They will spawn the shields and that's all. Maybe there will be good places to actually hide and actually hit from the mountains without actually be hit from the cavalry or maybe infantry, but archers and mages can kick you. So definitely this is on place number 5 is riders. Going to place number 4, and this is marksmans. Now people can get really surprised because actually the marksmans have the biggest damage, biggest base attack in this game, but in general they can't do that much. Why? Just because their attack range is medium. Now if you fight between two armies fighting in the center, you have to go close to the enemy, and if you go close, believe me, the mages on the other side will just broke your legs. That's why the marksman is not that good, just because of this range which is medium. Also they can be countered by cavalry. Imagine going to the battlefield and one cavalry intercept you and kill all your spearmans. That's not great feeling. So the spearmans are really good if maybe someone actually come with infantry to your whole bundle where the mages and marksmen are mixed, and like this you can actually perform some kind of hit. Otherwise the mages are hitting from far away and definitely are going to hit you, and they have many souls, many march reduce, and even if they hit you there is a small chance you actually escape from there. So that's why I actually put them on the place number 4. Just is not that useful in the alliance war, even though they have pretty nice big damage, but if you get close to the enemy legion, the mages will crush you. So far this is for the marksman, and going to the place number 3. Place number 3 is for infantry. Yeah, really strange. Marksmans actually are on place number 4 because they can actually hit, and on the place number 3 is infantry. Now infantry is little specific just because they have I think little better march speed from the marksmans. Yeah, definitely have 137th. Here was 172. Way better march speed. March speed is increased when approaching the target legion. After cooling, the legion march speed is reduced by 75% for 8 seconds. So basically it's just they have increased the march speed when they close to the target, and in general the infantry is something like tanks. Now imagine there is basically two fighting a lot of two legions with a lot of legions inside fighting between themselves, and the mages is basically hitting from far away. If you want to intercept to the enemy legion, definitely is good to have some kind of infantry because they have pretty nice HP first of all, pretty nice defense, even though the mages actually counter the infantry, but they definitely have a lot of good defense, good march speed, and good physical and magical defense, and a lot of HP. So they can actually tank the incoming mage damage, and at this time the enemy legion can actually hit you since you're focused on the infantry. And there's a lot of good infantry tanks that actually can take and reduce a lot of damage, and they can definitely go to your legion. And when they go to the legion, it come little chaos, and yeah, basically infantry will allow the mages to hit you. So that's why they're on the place number 3. Now going on the place number 2. Place number 2 is basically for mages. Now mages don't have a lot of damage. They have 220 damage. I have some boosts of course, and I have 110 extra damage. And they don't have a lot of HP. But boy oh boy, it's really hard to actually catch a mage. When the mages stuck together, there is basically nothing that can actually come to them, especially if you have, for example, commanders like Velin, and you have this control tree. By this control tree, even when the battle actually starts, when your legion enter in the battle, they slow the target legion, reducing their march speed by 20% for 10 seconds. And there's a lot of other type of speed reduction. So definitely fighting against mages, if you're not close to the mage, is big pain. Especially they do a lot of damage. For example, Velin is pure offensive hero. Even if they hit you, your march speed reduction 20%, and they have a lot of march speed bonus, march speed reduction. It's just really hard to actually go close to mage legion in general. And if you have Lilia do tons of damage. Also the mage commanders hit 2 or 3 targets. Lilia, for example, hit first of all 2 targets, the early legion and the target, and she do 1200 damage and 50% chance to apply 1000 more damage. And if you awaken her, there is 50% chance to apply Scorch also, and there is a 2 early legion that is going to be hit. So mages is absolutely a must for the Alliance War. So definitely how you want to have 1 mage legion for the Alliance War if it happen. And of course going to the place number 1, and this is Cavalry. Boy oh boy, Cavalry, how I hate the Cavalry. Now Cavalry is something specific. First of all, they have pretty big damage, 330. After Marksman, they have the biggest damage. Also the march speed of these troops, the base march speed, since if you have 10% on the march speed 100 is like 10 march speed, but on 200 is 20. So the base march speed is really important, just to mention that. Also these guys when they actually go close to the target, march speed increase when approaching the target. After cooling, blah blah blah, the hero commanding this legion get 1000 rage. This effect can be triggered every 12 seconds. So every 12 seconds your commander going to get full spell up and basically perform a cast. That is absolutely huge, but this is not the biggest reason why the cavalry is on the first place. It's just because the way that the cavalry actually work. Now, if you have, for example, basically this hero, this is the legions here, and this is the enemy legions. Both these two legions actually fight. The cavalry are the units that is marching around the legions. For example, if the cavalry is on this legion, they will go here somewhere. And as you know, to actually mages or archers to go on this place to actually fight with this one, because normally the alliance war is not going to happen close to your door. If basically the war is close to your door, that's mean you're actually defeated. Normally they're going to fight on the some kind of field, and all the incoming mages and archers are going to be intercepted by the cavalry. I see a cavalry actually kill 3 or 4 legions before these legions actually go to the battlefield. Because most of the times, I don't know why, people just send their legion and they forgot about this legion. And when the cavalry intercept this legion basically don't do anything. It's just taking damage and walking on this direction. And cavalry with this instant hero spell cast can do absolutely huge damage. This is one of the points, is basically can intercept any supporting legion that actually come to the battlefield, and at one point if no one actually come here, these legions are going to win. And the second thing is the gathering nightmare. What I mean by that is cavalry, since they have pretty big march speed, one cavalry can kill a lot of gathering heroes. Now imagine you send your gathering heroes like me and you're going to check something, I don't know, you close the game. After 2 minutes, all these heroes are going to be dead. Just because the gathering units are not that strong. And if you want to send, for example, other units, you can easily fill the requirements to actually gather this, for example, this limber mill with less units, for example 20,000, 30,000. And if one legion with 100,000 cavalry come, it can easily take out 10-15 gathering heroes. And the march speed is fast, so this will happen really fast, and you can't actually catch this guy if you don't have cavalry. It happened a lot. I see a person who actually killed over 30 gathering heroes and he did it every 1 hour. So definitely this is economic damage, because if you don't have any kind of resources, you can't actually develop, you can't grow. If you don't gather, you have to take out your wallet and buy your resources, and this is huge economical damage from the cavalry. It's not just fighting on the battlefield. This is, the cavalry can actually do economic damage, which is pretty huge and can lower the morale of the people. Because if you get killed, your gathering hero get killed 3 times, and your whole hospital is full, and you don't have, basically you don't have units to finish one mine, this is, people will not feel cool. So this is emotional damage and economical damage. And as I said, the cavalry can actually intercept in the alliance war incoming legions from the range legions. So I guess this will be for this video. I hope it was helpful for you. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I will be really happy to see them. If you have any questions, of course, I will be happy to answer. And of course, see you in the next video.